We begin by seeing a police unit having a private meeting where we meet their newest member, Segura, who was assigned to film during the night. They mention that there have been 17 disappearances in 3 months and all the victims were babies, but the good news is they have found the kidnapper and located their whereabouts. One of the team members, E.T., is the father of one of the kidnapped babies, so he is emotionally unstable for the operation, but they allow him to accompany the team. The team prepares and heads to the kidnapper's house. There, they find a man wandering around the house like a zombie. The police ignore him and enter the house, which seems empty until a zombie-like creature comes down the stairs. The police react quickly and hear more of these creatures in the house. Attacking them, the officers move through the house shooting at the zombies. In desperation, one of them goes alone, and his colleagues lose contact with him. Such rabid creatures continue to emerge from all sides of the house. There's even one with a chainsaw that attacks Segura. He runs upstairs trying to escape and finds candles surrounding a strange sculpture. Segura goes back down and sees E.T. wildly stabbing the creatures. Everything seems calm with no more signs of them. The unit chief notices that all the creatures have the same wound and theorizes they may have come from some kind of ritual. The team hears noises upstairs, goes to check, and suddenly hears babies crying. Desperate, E.T. runs upstairs alone. The remaining officers silently move up and see someone sneaking into a room. In another room, they find a broken meteorite that fell from the sky and collided with the house. One of the creatures appears behind them. They shoot its legs, and when they remove the bandages from its head, they see it has no brain. In the attic, they hear E.T. asking for help. They also hear a creature singing "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star." The officers break down the attic door to discover what this thing is. The door is sealed, so they decide to go get the chainsaw. Suddenly, the creatures rise again, but this time the police have the chainsaw to kill them. The team breaks the door down and finds one of the creatures holding one of the babies, singing a lullaby to it. The officers reach the attic, where they find a bunch of cribs containing the missing babies, one of which is transforming, something quite bizarre. They also discover a terrifying alien called Store, who at that moment finishes killing E.T. This creature is responsible for creating the zombie-like creatures. The officers open fire, but the Store absorbs all the bullets. E.T. transforms into one of those creatures in the middle of the shootout. Segura ends up getting injured, while the officers finally manage to kill the Store. At that moment, we find out that the unit the recruit joined was not an ordinary police unit but a monster hunting unit called Warden. They deal with the alien and then take a group photo to mark the moment. The story of Arnab and Sonu, paparazzi from Mumbai, tries to get photos of a famous actress. They follow her until she gets into a car and drives away. When they check their cameras to review the footage, everything is blurry, and her face is unrecognizable. Arnab gets angry with Sonu, then they receive a call from their boss assigning them the job of getting photos of the latest Bollywood attraction, the young Tara. When they arrive, Sonu tells Arnab the rumors about Tara. According to the rumors, Tara is involved with witchcraft and black magic, which is why she has achieved sudden success in under a year. Arnab doesn't believe the rumors. He resents celebrities since he had dreams of becoming famous, insinuating that being a paparazzi is his way of getting close to that life. They meet Gippy, the person who will help them infiltrate the set. The young men witness the typical Bollywood dance scenes. The paparazzi take advantage of a break caused by Tara's mistake in a dance move to sneak into her dressing room. Arnab enters the trailer while Sonu keeps watch. When Arnab hears Sonu warning that someone is coming, he hides in the closet. Tara and her manager enter, and the manager reprimands her for the mistake, threatening to replace her. After the manager leaves, Tara begins to cry. Arnab touches something gross and realizes he is touching a face inside a bowl. In panic, he jumps out of the closet. Arnab is about to leave but decides to ask Tara if she is okay. He empathizes with her and tells her she doesn't need to be manipulated by the manager. He encourages her, saying she is Tara, the great star, and doesn't need anyone. Although Tara says she prefers to be normal, she gets excited by Arnab's words, looks in the mirror, and says she doesn't need to wear the face of a slave anymore. Tara reveals that she is a kind of robotic demon and rips off her face, saying that now she will wear Arnab's face and rule as a commoner. Arnab panics and runs away. Tara's manager tries to stop her, but Tara calls him an exploiter and spits acid in his face. People on the set start being chased by Tara. Tara recharges her power and begins attacking everyone with her red laser ray. Only Sonu and Arnab remain alive, but not for long, as Sonu is the first to be attacked, and soon after, Tara kills Arnab, rips off his face, and then wears it. Outside, reporters waiting for Tara are attacked. Their third story is Live and Let Die. Zach is celebrating his 30th birthday with his wife, Jess, his best friend Logan, and several other friends in a skydiving experience. Zach is scared to jump, but his friends convince him. Just as they are about to jump, they see a UFO and several fighter jets. Turbulence begins, and we see an alien jump into the plane. The aircraft collides with the UFO, throwing everyone out, leaving many of them injured, while another person is grabbed by the alien. They all land in an orange grove. Zach survives the fall, but his friend does not. Zach starts screaming for help and hears other survivors' screams. However, he notices that one of them is injured. Zach hears Jess's voice calling for help, so he runs toward her but finds an alien attacking his friends. They try to escape from the alien but stop when they hear Jess's voice again. At that moment, the alien attacks them. The abomination takes one of his friends, then they decide to keep searching for Jess. They find another friend being attacked by an alien and run until Zach falls and witnesses the being attacking his friend. The only thing Zach can think to do is throw an orange at the alien. The creature pulls blades from its hands and electrocutes the man. Zach runs away, and along the way, he finds Jess, who has been electrocuted by an alien. Enraged and grieving, Zach has no choice but to keep running until he hears a truck. He approaches and gets in, begging the farmer for help, but the rude farmer tells him to get out of the truck. In the middle of the argument, an alien grabs the farmer, who accidentally shoots Zach. The alien opens its face in front of him but then disappears. Zach tries to escape in the vehicle, but unexpectedly he is abducted by the alien ship. The story of the puppies. Becky runs a dog care center called Doggy Dream House. Everything seems cheerful and pleasant until a group of animal rights activists notices that Becky keeps deceased dogs preserved and on display. She sends members Stuart and Angela, along with the dog Pickles, to investigate the house. Becky takes them on a tour of the place and shows the stuffed dogs. According to her, she prefers to keep them that way instead of burying them. Stuart starts complaining about Becky, and Angela accidentally says her real name. Becky realizes that Angela and Stuart are deceiving her but pretends to continue the tour. Along the way, they meet Becky's brother, whom she introduces. Then she takes them to the basement, tricking them into getting captured with her brother's help, and takes Pickles away. We find out that Becky is obsessed with dogs and kidnaps people who come to question her with the intention of surgically transforming them into dog-human hybrids. She puts a dog snout on Angela and dog paws on Stuart, explaining that she will eventually give him dog teeth to protect her from intruders. Miles and the rest of the activists, unable to communicate with Angela and Stuart, decide to go to Becky's house instead of calling the police. The activists invade the house, where they hear Angela's screams for help, and decide to search the basement. There, they find Becky, who calls her aberrations to attack the activists, and consequently, everyone is brutally killed. Next, we see a thief trying to rob Becky, but one of her creatures stops him. The fifth story is Stoneway. Hallie is documenting her findings on possible extraterrestrial encounters in the Mojave Desert. She interviews a boy who says he saw 6 bright lights in the sky. Another person also saw those lights falling and, upon approaching, found alien footprints. According to him, his friend had a vision of the aliens abducting local animals. A woman also saw the 6 lights. She says they made no noise and all disappeared except one. The girl claims that what she called shadow men tried to take her, but she asked them not to, and they didn't. They even sang a song to her. With all the information Hallie collected, she decides to camp where the lights were sighted. Before dark, Hallie witnesses a light falling from the sky. She checks her camera to see if it was recorded and finds a video of her daughter's birthday. She calls herself a terrible mother, insinuating that she left her husband and daughter to make the documentary, not showing up at the birthday. Later, she sees the 6 lights in the sky, gets in her car, and follows them. She exits the car and finds strange footprints on the ground. Further ahead, she finds a UFO. Such a thing opens up before Hallie, and she decides to explore the interior. While exploring, Hallie cuts herself while touching the ship, and small nanobots come to heal her. Then she begins to hear strange noises and hides. An alien appears, entering some kind of sleep capsule. Hallie touches the ship again, and the nanobots heal her once more, but the more they heal her, the more her finger changes. This happens because the ship keeps the abducted animals in a stationary state and copies their DNA. The ship begins to energize, and Hallie realizes there is no way to escape. The ship starts traveling at light speed, throwing Hallie around and continuously injuring her. The nanobots heal her again, but with each healing, Hallie transforms more and more, becoming a creature with characteristics of all the animals in the ship. Hallie cannot die and remains in constant agony due to the healing mutations. The last story is Abduction Production. In 2021, an anonymous Reddit user claimed to have found some videotapes at a street market. The tapes allegedly contained video evidence of an extraterrestrial encounter. Filmmaker Jay Cheel received an anonymous email containing digitized footage from these tapes. The documentary segment is presented as a documentary with interviews from experts discussing the history of Farrington House, a house that became legendary in Canada due to paranormal and extraterrestrial phenomena. In the 1950s, a family of Chinese immigrants moved to Toronto, where they prospered financially and bought this beautiful house. The parents died in the 1980s, leaving the house to the oldest son, who eventually put it up for sale in the 1990s. He suffered from night terrors that prevented him from sleeping. After selling the house, the son disappeared. He believed the house was haunted, claiming that mysterious visitors came to see him. No one believed him, so he decided to record videos of what was happening in his house. He set up a camera from his point of view and another as a static camera to analyze the tapes. The creator of the documentary sends the footage to a group of YouTubers and VFX experts who analyze UFO videos to determine if they are fake or not. The host, the believer, and skeptics watch the video, shocked and feeling uncomfortable and finding it disgusting. In the video, the son is seen sleeping in his bed when a gray alien enters his room. The alien extracts what looks like eggs from its body and then inserts a camera into its mouth, ending the recordings here.